been getting reports all day long today of people who have been getting prosperity demonstrations from using these ideas. We said that you would begin to get prosperity demonstrations within 24 hours, and you've been doing it. Now remember what we said last night, friends, that first we must open our mind to prosperity. That this is the psychological law of prosperity, and that this one must come first. And then we talked last night about the cleansing laws of prosperity, which we said were the emotional laws of prosperity. Now tonight we're going to be thinking about the creative laws of prosperity, how you can create your prosperity mentally first. Now, as we said last night, there are many success courses on the market today, and they are all good. Most of them cover this third section, the creative laws of prosperity. Most of them do not talk about the psychological laws of prosperity. Most of them do not talk about the emotional or the advanced laws of prosperity, which we will mention tomorrow night. Now, let's think about the creative laws of prosperity. First, you can create your prosperity mentally. Recently, I gave a lecture in New Orleans entitled, "You Can Have Everything." And after the lecture there had begun, a businessman came rushing into the auditorium, and he breathlessly said to an usher out in the foyer, "I hope I'm not too late because I'm here to get everything." Well, aren't we all? And we should open our mind to this idea that we can have everything, because as we said last night, we are the children of a rich universe. We are a child of fortune. Now, the way to get everything is by first thinking about it mentally. Some people have said, who have made a study of success, that success may be as much as 98% mental preparation and 2% outer action. Now, this may be a high percentage or a high estimate, but success may be as much as 98% mental preparation and 2% outer action, some experts feel. Most of us in the past have perhaps been conditioned to the idea that success was just the opposite, that it might be 2% mental preparation and about 98% outer action. And so it's an interesting idea that we must create our prosperity mentally first. And so tonight we're thinking of two of the ways that we can create our prosperity mentally first. You can create your prosperity mentally first in writing. And in this book we have a whole chapter, Open Your Mind to Prosperity. We have a whole chapter about creating your prosperity mentally first in writing. More than 15 years ago, when I began writing on the subject of prosperity, Richard and I were, as I said in some of my books, we were living in one room at that particular time when I first started writing the articles and working with the ideas before I had gotten into the books. We were living in one room. And we have often said in recent years that we might still be living in that one room if we had not begun finally to create our prosperity mentally first. And we found that this was a good way to begin, in writing. Now, the reason is this. When you begin to think about writing out what you want, you are beginning to get definite about prosperity so that prosperity can get definite about you. Now, man is a mental being and lives from the inside out through his mind, whether he's realized it or not. Often, because he has not realized it, life hasn't been too good for him, you see. But it's good to remind ourselves that we are mental beings. Man is a mental being and lives from the inside out through his mind. And so mental preparation is very necessary. And we must get definite about prosperity mentally so that prosperity can get definite about us. Now, it's an interesting idea to me that the creator of this rich universe, and we talked about this last night, is the source of our prosperity. We said last night, I am a child of the universe, I am a child of fortune, and because of this I have a right to claim this heritage of unlimited abundance. So let's remind ourselves of that idea for just a moment. Let's just declare, I am a child of the universe, I am a child of fortune. Together, I am a child of the universe, I am a child of fortune. Now, we discovered 15 years ago that when we finally got down to business and began to get definite about what we wanted in our thinking so that it could get definite about us, that we were able to get out of that one room rather quickly. But for a long time we had been thinking that someone out here should do something about our situation. You say, why don't they do something to get us out of this one room? Why doesn't somebody out here solve this problem for us? And no one did, as long as we continued to think in that way. And so then finally it occurred to me, well, why don't we do something to solve this problem? And that was when we began to get definite in our thinking about what we wanted. And very quickly, changes came that were wonderful to get us out of that one room. But nothing happened until we got definite in our thinking. And so the creator of this rich universe has provided lavish abundance for us. We see it around us, and then we see it in the invisible realm, or we know it's around us in the invisible realm as ideas and opportunities. And so it's up to us, though, to take this invisible realm around us of ideas and opportunities and to shape them and form them through our definite thinking. And so it's good to realize that as a child of the universe and as a child of fortune, we are masters of this universe, you see. But it's up to us to claim this mastery. Now, we can claim this mastery and take control of this lavish universe that is already here and that which is around us as ideas and opportunities by getting very definite with deliberate thoughts, words, and actions. And as we become definite about prosperity in our thoughts, words, and actions, then it becomes definite about us. As we turn the great energy of our thinking upon ideas of plenty, we will have plenty regardless of what people about us are doing or saying. Now remember what we said last night, that this was the theme of that first prosperity class in which so many people had fabulous things happen to them, right in the midst of supposed financial limitations. And so friends, let's declare this idea for ourselves right here. I turn the great energy of my thinking upon ideas of plenty. You see, that's what we're doing here in this seminar. I turn the great energy of my thinking upon ideas of plenty. Together, I turn the great energy of my thinking upon ideas of plenty. And so we said that as we turn the great energy of our thinking upon ideas of plenty, we will have plenty, regardless of what people about us are doing or saying. All right, to help us realize this, would you look at number 1 on the front of your decree sheet? Number 1 under section 2. I dissolve in my own mind and in the minds of all others any idea that my own can be withheld from me. No person, thing, or event in the universe, no person, thing, or event can keep that from me, which the universe has for me now. Let's take the whole statement together. I dissolve in my own mind and in the minds of all others any idea that my own can be withheld from me. No person, thing, or event can keep that from me, which the universe has for me now. And so as we turn the great energy of our thinking upon ideas of plenty and realize that no person, thing, or event can keep that from us, that which is for us, you see, as we get definite in our thinking about it, then this opens the way for abundance to come to us. Now, it is through writing and through picturing and through speaking prosperous words that our thoughts, words, and actions begin to work for us in prosperous and productive ways.